This is a special edition of WeatherScope with the latest winter storm update.
Thanks a lot for joining us on the Weather Channel. I'm Rick Griffin, live in the Weather Channel Forecast Center. In the weather headlines today, well, for a lot of you in the east, it is snow, snow, and more snow. There's also an icy mix to tell you about, especially in southeast parts of Virginia and the western and central portions of North Carolina and upstate South Carolina, where freezing rain and sleet fell for about 12 hours straight in a very steady fashion. So highways are an icy mess. There is no doubt about it. We have an immense winter storm developing today. Blizzard warnings have been issued for the nation's capital, where up to a foot of snow has fallen already. The winds are beginning to pick up and could gust to 30 to 40 miles an hour later on today. That'll blow and drift the foot of snowfall that has already accumulated. Blizzard warnings also for Baltimore and Philadelphia, and for late today and tonight, a blizzard warning has been posted for New York City. Now, covering the storm live for you in New York City is the Weather Channel's Jill Brown. Jill, of course, it looks like a steady snow is beginning to come down in the New York City area. Have you had much in the way of accumulation yet?
Well, Rick, it looks like a winter wonderland out here, I'm sure, but there was some snow on the ground when we got here from the last storm. It's been a busy winter already. What we've had so far today has been light snow. We may have just under an inch accumulation. Oh, maybe another 23 to go. Kind of hard to believe. It's not so bad out here right now. It's cold, but the winds haven't picked up much. The snow will just gradually increase through the afternoon, of course, and the winds will start howling. Folks seem to be out in abundance, actually, this morning. We've seen some scenes around the park I want to show you right now. Actually, we had people out jogging this morning. There was a report of a 5K in Central Park, 100 to 200 people, but a lot of other stray folks just roaming with their dog or even out on the bikes, believe it or not, this morning. And, of course, people in their long fur coats and their hats just bundled up and out walking around. Now, we've had reports that you're probably not going to see cancellations in the city as far as shows go, etc., but they are asking people to stay off the roadways.
Of course, it is a fairly quiet day since it is Sunday, Jill, but what about the traffic? Have you heard of any accidents due to the weather?
Well, actually, here in Manhattan, traffic's really moving along fine, and it's fairly busy for a Sunday in January at the time when it's not a big tourist time. But we have had reports of numerous accidents from the Jersey Turnpike to around the Tappan Zee Bridge, and the Passaic Bridge apparently is stuck in the open position, just adding to problems. I don't believe that's weather-related, but they are asking people to stay off the roadways, and if your car is parked on a snow emergency road, if you don't go out and move it, they'll be moving it for you.
That is a very important thing to remember. Thank you very much, Jill. Jill Brown is live in New York City Central Park, and she will be back along with Jeff Morrow at the top of the hour. Of course, Jeff is located in Washington, D.C., where some very heavy snow is falling at this time. Let's go to the maps and find out what is happening. Of course, the big story has been snow. Snow amounts have been extremely heavy. I noticed Roanoke, Virginia, in the last hour, another 2 inches of accumulation. That's about 17 inches from the storm already, about a foot in Washington, D.C., and unofficial reports of upwards of 2 feet of snow now. A new accumulation in the mountains of West Virginia. There's been as much as a foot in the Sky Valley area, a resort in the northeast Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia, and an inch or two of snow in Atlanta. That's made the highways very slippery and very icy. Storm is taking shape now, the lowest pressure around Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This storm is going to wind up and intensify, should be located off the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay later on this afternoon and this evening, east of the Jersey Shore late tonight and early Monday, and south of Cape Cod Monday afternoon. That means not only is it going to snow in New York, but in Hartford, Providence, and look out Boston, you could have some heavy snows, strong winds, and maybe blizzard conditions on the way. Precipitation, as you can see, is extensive. A lot of it's snow, and it stretches back into the Ohio Valley, and there are more snow showers, as you can see, over Alabama, heading east-northeast into the Atlanta, Georgia area, Birmingham, Alabama, some light snow at this time, and an icy mix over the Carolinas, central North Carolina and upstate South Carolina. The heaviest snow's moved out of Atlanta, but again, with temperatures staying below freezing today, any snow that does fall will be sticking around, and that means highways will be slick. So if you have travel plans, take that into account. A mix of sleet, freezing rain, and snow over the Carolinas. Just plain rain near the coast, by the way. That is the story in the Tidewater of Virginia. But heavy snows falling now from Roanoke to the Shenandoah Valley to Washington, D.C. Heavy snow in Baltimore and Philadelphia. And you can see that heavy snow advancing northward towards New York City and vicinity at this time. Total accumulations, we're talking up to 24 hours from now. And by late on Monday, the storm southeast of Cape Cod. At this time, Monday afternoon, Boston and Worcester and Springfield, maybe Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine. Look out for snow and strong winds. Definitely a massive winter storm in the east, and we will have continuing coverage for you all day long.